Yes, Flicka! We're going to be talking today about our manners around toys, okay? So Flicka loves her toys. And one thing I really want to start getting on top of is putting some cues in place for her so she understands when she's allowed to have access to the toy and how that toy is going to be delivered. You want to do some work with cookies? We'll do that in a minute. So, for my dogs, I generally use Get It when I've thrown a toy, and I use Strike if I'm going to be inviting them on to tug in my hand. Now, it's up to you. I'm just going to use Get It as a general one, and you can always add in a separate cue if you would like. And for my Let Go cue, I use Out. So how we... yeah. We want to be really careful when we're using toys. Like, think about when you use toys as reinforcers. So even when you're playing a game, bear in mind that every single time you are playing with them, that is a reinforcer, right? So just think a little bit carefully about the behavior that you are reinforcing. There's absolutely the time to have your dog jumping on you and playing with you, but I would just tread very carefully as to the context of that. I don't want my dog to be walking, I don't want to be carrying a toy around and having the dog jump up to grab it, particularly if we're in a house with young children. So we've done a little bit of work on this, so Flicka's already starting to learn some self-control, which is fantastic. Do you want the cookies? You can have those later. So I'm going to invite her on to play with me. Flicka, ready? Get it! Yes, so good! So this is what I call active play, right? I am actively involved with her. I am tugging. The toy is alive. Now, bear in mind with Flicka, we obviously don't have to do a huge amount of work to make this exciting for her because she loves toys. Oh, it's a good little stuffy. It's a good little stuffy. But if I, to be honest, if I had another dog that wasn't as toy driven, oh my goodness! We can wiggle it, make it alive. You basically want to emulate some sort of prey, okay? So what they would naturally be chasing, good girl. When I'm playing tug with my puppies, I like to keep it pretty soft, going side to side. You want to be really careful with your hand placement too. You don't want to be waving your toy up and down like this, because if you're a dog and you go to get a toy and it's dangling like this, waving, where's the easiest place for it to grab onto? Right up by my hand, right? Because that's where it's still, and that's how we end up with puppies biting our hands. So when I ask a dog to come in and play with me and I'll say get it, I like to go like this. I like to make it really obvious, the easy place for them to grab. Flicka, get it! Get it! And if she's not going for it because I'm holding it too still, not a bit boring, so I'm dragging it around on the floor. Good girl. Now, when it comes time for asking our out, all we're going to do is I'm just going to make the toy smaller. It's a bit hard for this toy because it's so long. I'm going to take the toy, going to make it go dead. Out. And then I'm going to wait. And so she's just chewing on it at the moment. And so when she backs off, I'm then going to reward her by inviting her back onto play. Get it! That was so good! That was so good! You're super! This toy is a little long for this purpose, but it's okay. Oh, yeah! Good puppy! When I'm playing tug with my dogs, I let them win about 90% of the time. Playing a game with anyone that doesn't let you win at least some of the time is no fun, okay? So make sure you let your dog win plenty. For the purpose of this video, we're just showing how we teach outs. Alright, so make the toy smaller. Gonna make it go dead so it's not moving. Out. Get it! Super puppy! Super puppy! Rah! Rah! Oh, you're so good! Ah, you're so good! Did you get it? Did you get it? Oh my! You killed it! You killed it! Rah! Rah! Good girl! Good girl! Out! And so if she jumps on me like that, I'm just going to wait for her to disengage. I'm just tucking this toy away so she can't have it. Super. Ready? Get it! Oh, you're so good. Alright, I'm going to stand up and make this game a little bit fun. What? You're so good. Nice job. Nice job. Oh, you got slow. You got slow. Good girl. Out. Get it. Nice job. Now, do you see how there's a really clear distinction between when I'm asking her to play with me and when I'm not, right? But just because the toy's in my hand doesn't mean it's a free-for-all to play. Oh, you're so good. Right. Out. Super. Get it. So that's what we started working on this morning with her cue to ask me to play, which is a sit. I don't ask her to sit, I wait for it. Like, what are you going to do to get access to this toy? You're so good. You're so good. Awesome. Out. And now let's see what she's going to do. A little distracting out here, all the birds and everything. So toy's dangling, but I haven't asked her to get it. I'm not being really invitational with my body language. So she's not jumping on me, which is fantastic. Get it, get it, get it. Oh, you're so good. Get it, Flicka. I'll play with that in. See? Oh, you're so good. You want some cookies? Okay, let's do some trading, shall we?